In a city of tomorrow, where towering chrome spires pierce the clouds and neon rivers flow through canyons of steel, something is wrong. An unseen energy, a silent hum, ripples across the sky. Most people don't notice. They're lost in their own worlds, their heads down, their augmented realities painting over the cracks in the pavement. But the sky is screaming. You can't hear it, but you can feel it. Subtle vibration in the air, a shiver that runs down your spine for no reason at all. It's like the calm before a storm, but this is a storm that's been brewing for light years. Our story begins with Kai, a teenager who lives in the digital shadows of this metropolis. He's not a hero, not by a long shot. He's a ghost in the machine, a hacker who navigates the city's data streams like they're his own personal playground. While everyone else is plugged into the latest corporate-sponsored virtual paradise, Kai is searching for something real. He sifts through discarded data, looking for glitches, for anomalies, for anything that proves the world isn't as perfect as it seems. And tonight, he finds it. He's perched in his cluttered loft, a messy nest of wires and outdated tech overlooking the city's pulsating heart. On his monitors, lines of code cascade like a digital waterfall. He's tracking a ghost signal, something faint and erratic that's been popping up on the city's deep network for weeks. The official channels say it's just solar flare interference, nothing to worry about. But Kai knows better. This isn't random noise. It has a pattern, a rhythm. It's a language he doesn't understand, but he can feel its intelligence. Suddenly, a new pulse surges through the network. It's stronger this time, more focused. Kai's systems scream, alarms blaring as his custom-built detectors overload. He sees it for a split second before his screens flicker, wave of invisible energy sweeping through the city, block by block. It's not just data. It's a scan, a deep, intrusive probe that's cataloging everything. Every person, every device, every heartbeat. It's like a colossal, invisible eye-opening in the sky, and it's looking right at them. The population below remains oblivious, but Kai has seen the truth. They are being watched. They are being cataloged. And he's the only one who knows. Cold dread settles in Kai's stomach. This is bigger than any corporate espionage or government surveillance he's ever uncovered. This is alien. The realization hits him like a physical blow. The pulses aren't just scans. They're messages. Warnings. He pulls up the signal's source code, his fingers flying across the keyboard. The fragments he'd been collecting for weeks start to connect, forming a terrifying mosaic. It's a story of a civilization on the run, a message in a bottle thrown across the cosmic ocean. They were warning humanity about what was following them, a threat that consumes worlds. Just as he starts to piece together the warning, his security alarms shriek again. But this time, it's not a digital threat. His physical location has been compromised. On his security feed, he sees them. Sleek dark figures moving with unnatural speed and precision through the alley below his building. They aren't human. They're enforcers, agents of the very threat the warning spoke of, sent to silence the messenger.
Ow.
They're here for him. Kai grabs his go bag, a worn satchel filled with hard drives and a custom-built decryption key. There's no time to think. He shatters the window of his loft and leaps onto the maglev transport line that snakes past his building. And just like that, the chase begins. The neon-lit streets of the metropolis become a blur of color and light as Kai weaves through traffic, the agents hot on his tail. He's just a kid, a hacker who's spent his life behind a screen. But now, the fate of the world rests on his ability to outrun the hunters and decode the message they so desperate to suppress. The chase is relentless. Kai ducks into the underbelly of the city, a labyrinth of forgotten subways and maintenance tunnels. The air is thick with the smell of ozone and decay. He can hear the agents closing in, their metallic footsteps echoing in the darkness. He's not just running for his life, he's running for everyone's. The hard drives in his bag contain the only hope for humanity, the key to understanding, and maybe even fighting the coming storm. He finds a temporary refuge in an abandoned network hub, a graveyard of old technology. The air hums with residual power. It's a risky move, but he needs to get back online. He jacks his gear into the ancient terminals, the screens flickering to life. The decryption process is a frantic race against time. The alien code is complex, multi-layered, a puzzle box designed by a mind far beyond human comprehension. As he works, fragments of the message become clear. Images flash across his screen. Dying stars, fractured planets, fleets of colossal ships that block out the sun. It's a vision of cosmic annihilation. But the agents are smart. They've tracked his digital footprint. The hub's doors burst open, and the hunters are there, their forms shimmering under the flickering lights. They are beings of chrome and shadow, their weapons powering up with a low, menacing hum. Kaya seconds, initiates a massive data dump, broadcasting the partially decrypted warning across every open channel in the city phones, public billboards, news feeds. It's chaos. For a moment, the city's perfect facade cracks. Faces in the street look up from their devices, confused and alarmed by the alien symbols and terrifying images flashing before their eyes. The distraction works. Kai slips out a maintenance hatch as the agents are momentarily thrown by the citywide alert. He's back on the streets, but now he's not just a fugitive. He's a public enemy. City security drones, now co-opted by the alien influence, join the hunt. The chase escalates into a high-speed, three-dimensional ballet of chaos. Kai hijacks a skycab, sending it hurtling through the aerial traffic lanes, drones hot on his tail. Below, the agents pursue on sleek, gravity-defying bikes, their movements perfectly synchronized. It's a symphony of near misses and impossible maneuvers. Kai pushes the skycab to its limits, weaving between skyscrapers and diving through holographic advertisements. He's using his knowledge of the city's network against them, triggering traffic jams, rerouting power, and creating digital ghosts to throw them off his trail. But they keep coming. They adapt. They learn. They're a relentless, unthinking force of nature. He realizes he can't outrun them forever. He needs to finish the decryption. He has an idea, a desperate, insane plan. He sets the skycab on a collision course with the city's central communications spire, the very heart of the metropolis's network. It's the most powerful broadcasting antenna on the planet. If he can get there, he can use its power to crack the final layers of the alien code and broadcast the full message to the entire world. Unfiltered and undeniable. He bails from the skycab just moments before it crashes into a drone, the explosion lighting up the night sky. He lands on the spire's maintenance platform, hundreds of stories above the ground. The wind howls around him, and the city stretches out below like a carpet of glittering jewels. The agents are right behind him, scaling the tower with inhuman agility. The final confrontation is here. At the peak of the spire, surrounded by a forest of antennas, Kai makes his last stand. He plugs his decryption key directly into the spire's core. System roars to life, channeling an immense amount of power into his device. The alien code unravels on his screen, the final message starting to form. The hunters arrive, surrounding him. This is it, the end of the line. With the agents closing in, their weapons aimed at him, Kai's fingers dance across his interface. He's no longer just a hacker. He's an orchestra conductor, directing a symphony of data. He reroutes the spire's own defensive systems, turning its energy shields and automated defenses against the hunters. Arcs of electricity erupt, buying him precious seconds. The final layer of the alien encryption breaks. The screen clears. Countdown appears. Simple, stark numbers ticking down. It's a planetary evacuation timer. The warning wasn't just about the threat. It was a guide, a way out. It was a message of hope, sent by the last survivors of a fallen world. As Kai prepares to broadcast the final crucial piece of information, the destination, the safe harbor, the countdown clock flickers. The screen glitches, distorting under a massive power surge. The numbers warp the letters of the destination, twisting into incomprehensible symbols. Then, with a final, deafening crackle, the screen goes to static. The countdown is still running somewhere in the background, but the path to salvation is gone. Kai is left alone at the top of the world, with the knowledge that humanity's time is running out, and the way to survive has just been lost in the noise. The hunters are frozen, their mission complete. The message has been silenced. And the city below continues to sparkle, completely unaware that its final moments are ticking away. Thanks for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed this journey into a city on the brink, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. Let me know in the comments what you think Kai should do. Until next time, stay curious.